Hello, preschool friends. It's Mrs. Crimmins here, and we are going to read a story about a farmer. Now, we've been learning a lot about the city and the country, and we know that farmers live in the country. And a farmer is the person that works on the farm. And I'm not a farmer, so I don't know what they do all day. Do you know what a farmer does all day long? I don't either. So we're going to read this book here. It's called A Day in the Life of a Farmer. And you can see our farmer here. He looks like he's ready to go work outside. He's got a coat on, another shirt, and then look, he's even got another shirt on underneath. So he's got different layers of clothes on, probably because it's a little chilly in the morning. And then as he works, he might get warm. So let's see about a day in the life of a farmer. When do farmers start their day? Remember, just like our construction worker book, we have the little clock up here, and look at this. He starts his day at 5 o'clock in the morning. So kind of like our construction worker that started really early in the morning, this farmer starts really early in the morning too. Farmers start their days very early. Every day, Farmer Dave gets up while it is still dark. He puts on his coat and walks to the dairy barn. He pulls on his gloves to milk the cows. Farmer Dave will milk the cows again in the evening. So he is a dairy farmer. So he is a farmer that takes care of cows to give us milk and yogurt and cheese and all of those things that come from cows. What do farm animals eat? Do you know what they eat? Here it is, 6 o'clock. So an hour later, he's out feeding his animals. Look at how dark it is outside. Many farm animals eat food grown on the farm. Farmer Dave feeds his cows a mix of hay and corn. He also gives all the farm animals vitamins to keep them healthy. So there's his cows ready to eat. Why are there so many buildings on the farm? Look at all these different buildings. There's silos, these round ones, or these tall round ones over here. I think these are silos too. A barn. Farmers have many kinds of buildings and bins. Some buildings hold animals. Bins and silos store grains. Many farmers also have sheds to protect their machines. Dave keeps tools in his red barn. He needs to get a wrench to fix one of the tractors. So his red barn is where he keeps the tools, and he keeps grains and other things in this one and these down here. And I bet he probably keeps his tractors in this one. Do farmers work by themselves? What do you think? Do you think a farmer works by himself? Let's find out. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. So let's see what happens. Farmers need help to do their jobs. Families or neighbors sometimes work together. Since it is a weekend, Dave's children help feed the animals. Farmer Dave has hired an extra worker to help with the harvesting. So remember, harvesting is in the fall when all of the crops are ready to be picked. So the corn or the beans, whatever he is growing. What does a combine do? So this machine here, this is a combine. What do you think it does? I think you might be right. Farmers use a combine to harvest crops. The combine cuts down the corn stalks. Then it separates the kernels from the corn cobs. Dave parks the tractor and wagon beside the combine. The combine unloads the corn into the wagon. So the combine picks it and then separates it and then unloads it into the wagon. And then they'll drive, when the wagon gets full, they'll drive it over to the bins to store. So they have plenty of food for their cows. Who takes care of farm machines? Who do you think takes care of the farm machines? You're right, Farmer Dave does. Farmers must learn how to keep their machines running well. Over the noon hour, Dave greases the engine. He cleans dust out of the combine's hopper. He takes care of his machines so they will last longer. So see how he's taking care of everything so it runs. Wouldn't be a very easily running farm if it broke down, would it? You'd be stuck. What happens to the corn that is harvested? Some farmers sell their corn to companies that make food for supermarkets. Farmer Dave uses his corn to feed his animals. An auger lifts the corn to the top of the bin. The corn will stay fresh in the bins and silos all winter. So he uses this to put all of his corn into this bin. So he has it for winter. And look, it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. So he's been working all day long. Where do farmers live? Farmers usually live on their farms. Farmer Dave parks his tractor in the shed. After milking the cows again, he walks to the house to clean up. Then he sits down to eat with his family. It is good to be home. So he is gone all day, like maybe some of your grown-ups are when they go to work. So it's about 6:30 in the evening, and he's coming home for dinner. And here's the tractor and the wagon. So wagons are pulled behind a tractor and used for hauling. Look at these huge oversized tires. That's almost as tall as Farmer Dave. And he wears a hat, and they usually wear boots. The lights on the tractor, the cab of it, the door of it. And that is a day in the life of a farmer. I hope you learned something new about a farmer. Have a great day, my friends.